plugin. So SEO by Yoast plugin is one of the most popular WordPress plugin, and it's free and it's the best plugin. So in this video, this is going to be a detailed video where I'll show you how to set up this plugin, how to use this plugin, and in the process you will learn a lot about SEO. So let's go ahead and learn everything about WordPress SEO by Yoast. So typically this is what you will get when you install WordPress SEO by Yoast, activate it, and this is where you will get all the settings. Now first go to dashboard. This is where we are. Alright, so by default these two options are selected, so let it be. Now these things are very important because when you're setting up a new blog, it's suggested that you verify your blog on Alexa, Bing, Google Webmaster Tool, Pinterest. So when you submit your, let's take an example of Google Webmaster Tool. When you submit your blog to Google Webmaster Tool, the very first thing that it will ask you is to verify the ownership. Now there are multiple ways to verify the ownership. Let's look at the alternate methods here. Click on HTML tag. Now copy this particular line here. Now remove everything from the column here. And that's it. Click on save changes. Now click on verify, and that's it. Your blog is verified. So now you can do various things, like you can add stuff such as sitemap on to your Webmaster Tool. So this will help search engine to index your website, find your website. This is the very first step that you would be doing. So with the help of SEO by Yoast, you will verify your Google Webmaster Tool. Similarly, you will repeat the process for Bing, Alexa, Pinterest. Now the second and most important thing is titles and meta. This is where everything comes. Your major on-site SEO comes into the picture. So very first thing that you would be changing here is no index sub page of archive. Technically what happens is, like your blog, let's say shoutmeloud.com/page1/page2. These pages are useful for your user to navigate from one page to another, but they are not useful for search engine. By no indexing, by adding this, by selecting this option, what I am telling search engine that please don't index page 1, page 2, page 3. Okay, the second option, use meta keyword tag. It's not important anymore. Select this one, select this one. So basically this tells search engine not to use the description from the demos or any other directory or Yahoo directory. Then clean up your head, hide RSDL. Perfect. So this is done. This is the only option that you need to do on the journal page. Then we will go to home. Now this is very important because this is what people will see on your blog when they hover on it. So if you see here, right now the blog title is Trackbox Blog, Better Business Through Affiliate Marketing. So it's a very good description. You can have the similar kind of thing, or you can always change it. Like you can have something like site name, colon. So I'll also add a description here. Now the most important thing that you need to keep in your mind is it's always a good idea to have your keyword in the home meta title. Like for example, I have here added affiliate marketing for businesses. Similarly, your meta description template should be in less than 158 character and make it meaningful, make your brand shine. I click on save changes. So after that, now we'll go and make changes in the post type. So again, this is what by default you will get. What we will be doing, we'll remove this particular section. Why? Because all we want is to show just the title of the blog post in the search engine. We don't want to use the brand name for one reason. It will be repeated every time you publish a blog post, and it's not a good SEO practice. So that is one. Even that is the same thing we'll do for the pages. We'll just keep the title for this. Now even for the media, what we will do, we'll keep the same thing, and that's it. Click on save changes. We'll keep everything as it is. Now taxonomy is very important. This is one mistake that most of the bloggers are doing, like they let their tags and categories be indexed in Google search. Now think, what is the importance of tags and categories? They are useful for your users. For you, it's important to categorize your blog in a particular manner. And for your user, it's useful for them to browse more blog posts based on categories or tags. Now, if you have been like making this mistake of using the tags for the SEO purposes, stop doing that. Use your tag for one purpose, and that is for the user navigation. So what we'll be doing, we can keep this as it is because we want to show our brand name in the categories and tag pages. But what is important here is we'll use no index and follow tag. This will tell search engine that, okay, please, you can see those pages, but don't index them. That is very important. Similar thing we'll do for tags, format, and click on save changes. And similarly, author archive is like the similar thing. We'll no index it, and that's it. Click on save changes. This is what the default, the most important section of SEO by Yoast that you will be configuring. Now the next section is social part, which is again very important. So for this, in this tutorial, I'm not going to cover this, but again, I've added a link in the description which will help you to integrate the social part And this is very important because social SEO, what I say, social is not just social, it helps you to shine your brand on social media sites. So with this section you can add Twitter meta card, Google Plus, you can link your website to your Google Plus page, and same thing you can do for your Facebook. It's very important, a step that you should not miss. So let's skip this section for now and let's jump to XML sitemap. Now what is a sitemap file? Basically a sitemap file is a file which have links to all the posts on your blog. So let me show you how it looks like. So I selected the sitemap, I'll select ping Yahoo, ping ask.com. So basically what in section will do that whenever you publish a new blog post, it will automatically ping Yahoo and ask.com to tell them like, oh, hey, I have a new blog post, please come and index my blog post. I'll exclude media from this, I'll exclude tags from here because categories are mostly selective, like you will have only 7 to 8 categories. It's good to have in the sitemap file because that will help search engine to crawl your blog effectively. Once that's done, click on save changes. Let me show you how sitemap file looks like. So this is a sitemap file. You can click on post sitemap and this contains all the blog posts in this blog. So once you have created your sitemap file, the next thing that you will be doing, you'll be going back to your Google Webmaster Tool. So after you have created your sitemap file, the next step is to go to Google Webmaster Tool and submit your sitemap to your blog Webmaster Tool. So here is how you will do. If you go here and you don't see your website, just simply click on add a site, add your blog here and click on continue. Now this will take you to your blog dashboard. See, in the previous step we have already verified our blogs. Now the verification is not required. So this is your website dashboard in Google Webmaster Tool. The next step that we'll be doing is clicking on sitemaps, add this sitemap, and this is our sitemap file. So we'll just copy this section and click on submit sitemap. Now sitemap is submitted and that's it. Now Google can see your sitemap and it will start indexing it. So it will send the bots to crawl your blog and index it in Google search. So this is one very important step. Now once you are done that, we'll go to the permalink section. So here you can make few changes, like for remove stop words. This is the default setting of permalink. Here you might want to make these two changes. One, redirect attachment URL to parent post URL. So there are times when you add an image to your blog post and that image is linked to the attachment ID. Now that's a bad practice. You should always make sure that image is either not linked or linked to the image file only. So this feature will help you to avoid Google penalty for attachment URL. Simply select this option, reply to com variable, and click on save changes. So these are the important settings here. We'll leave the breadcrumbs for now, and the next step is content to your RSS feed. This is a very good feature of SEO by Yoast plugin. Earlier there was a plugin called RSS footer plugin which used to have this feature. Now what this plugin will do, whenever you will publish a blog post, after the blog post, when somebody is reading in the feed, it will show a message saying like this post, the link of the post appeared first on your blog. So that is very helpful, especially if somebody is copying your blog post via feeds. So it will always link back to your blog. So that is it. Now the another thing that you might want to see is edit file, because here what you can do, you can edit your robots.txt file and your stxs file. So by default your robots.txt file is not created, so we'll click on create robots.txt file and that's it, your file is created. Now whatever changes you want to make to your robots.txt file, you can do it here. In this case I'm not making any changes. stxs file is again perfect. So that's it. That covers everything about SEO by Yoast. One thing which I have not covered in this video is the social factor, which you should definitely read and configure of your own. If you have any question regarding SEO by Yoast, feel free to ask me via comments. If you like this video, make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel for similar updates. Thank you for watching. This is Harsh.